great to see you here again. We're ready to start another lesson, another part of the project management principles. And the principle we will discuss in this video is tailor based on context. So let's have a look at tailoring. What is tailoring about? Well, we have to design the project development approach based on the context of the project, its objectives, stakeholders, governance, and the environment, using just enough process to achieve the desired outcome while maximizing value, managing cost, and enhancing speed. Tailoring is about doing just enough. We don't have to apply everything. We don't have to apply all the processes that we would apply on very large and complex process or projects, or on simple but large projects. We can adjust all the processes, all the work we do, not to exceed or not to increase the cost and the complexity unnecessarily. Now, when we look at projects, they are unique ventures by definition. Project success is unique for each project, and maximizing success and value will be obtained by adapting the appropriate methods to the project so that we obtain the desired outcomes. Every project has unique ways to create the value. How will we do that? How will we apply all the processes, all the tools to come to that success? It depends on the project itself. We may have to use a lot of processes, a lot of tools, a lot of reporting, but when it's not necessary, we should not use it. We should adjust our efforts to the size and complexity of the project and its environment. Tailoring starts when we start with a project. We evaluate it continuously, and we can adjust the tailoring when it is needed. We may have parts in the project where we need less management, less tools and techniques, or different tools and techniques. We may need less reporting, while in other parts it may be the opposite. Some parts in the project may be simple and small, while others can be large and complex. Tailoring is also following certain principles. We strive to adjust all the project processes, tools, and techniques to the size and complexity of the project. We do not want to overdo it. Too many processes, too complex tools, too complex techniques may endanger a project when it's not necessary, and it will use resources that could be used for other projects or for doing tasks on this project itself. Companies have methodologies. They create their project management methodologies. And those methodologies should include tailoring options. Tailoring should be a part of the methodology so that the project managers have the freedom, have the possibility to adjust the complexity of the processes, the tools, and the techniques that they are using. When we look at tailoring, tailoring selects the processes that are really necessary to manage the project. When we have too many processes, then we lose efficiency, we lose effectivity, and we also compromise the value of the project, the intended value that the project will create. Tailoring the processes that are really necessary to manage the project will lead to an effective and efficient management of the project and will lead to the value it intends to create. When we look at tailoring and business benefits or organizational benefits, we find a balance between the project's value and its management's cost. When we look at a project, we have a certain value we will create, and the management costs to create that value should be in balance. Paying too much to manage the project is not effective. A too complex management structure leads to unnecessary costs and, of course, leads to a reduction of the profit realized at the end of the project. When we look at this, when we tailor, we will see that we have more resources and finances that will be available for other projects. It creates the opportunity for the organization to invest in more projects, hence be more effective and create more value than expected. The team members should only do the work that is necessary, and it gives them the possibility to concentrate on the real project work without losing energy on unnecessary processes and work, for example, reporting and things like that. So it's very important to look at these elements. Now, when we look at tailoring, what are the aims of tailoring and what are its effects? When we look at the tailoring, the effect of the tailoring is that the project team members are more committed because they were part of deciding the project approach. They are part of determining what are we going to do with the project, what are the processes and the tools that we are going to use. There is a reduction of waste in terms of time, actions, and resources. The selected tailoring option favor cooperation with the customer and other stakeholders. Project resources are used in a more efficient way, and team members, the selected tailoring options favor cooperation with the customer and other stakeholders since project resources are used in a more efficient way. Team members are conscious of the weight of the processes that apply to the project. When we look at tailoring, we can also consider some positive outcomes. We have innovation, efficiency, and productivity will increase. The improved delivery approach is part of the lessons learned and can be shared with future projects. The new practices, methods, and artifacts can lead to improvements in the methodology. Through experimentation, you will improve the outcomes, processes, and methods. Methods and practices used to deliver projects can be effectively integrated within multidisciplinary teams, and we have a long-term increased adaptability of the organization. So these are the things I wanted to say about tailoring. So that's the end of this lesson. We spoke about tailoring, different elements about tailoring. Now we are ready to go to the next lesson, which is build quality into processes and deliverables. Quality is very important, so I consider this to be a very important principle. Anyway, that's it for this lesson. You're doing a great job. You see, we're coming close to the end. Another 4 or 5 principles to complete, and then we are at the end of the standard for project management. Keep up the good work. Continue watching the videos. Go through the course step by step, and you will see everything goes very quickly. That's it. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next videos. Thank you and bye-bye.